So I have a question for you today. If you could stop sinning, would you stop sinning? If you had the ability to completely stop disobeying God and to live a life that's pleasing to Him, would you do it? It says in 1 Corinthians 10:13, there hath no temptation taken you, but such as is common to man. But God is faithful, who will not suffer you to be tempted above that ye are able, but with that temptation also make a way of escape, that ye may be able to bear it. So there, he tells you that there's no temptation that's overtaking you that's not common to man, but God is faithful. He will not suffer you to be tempted more than you are able. He will not let you be tempted more than you are able. But with that temptation, will also make a way of escape so that you can bear it, so that way you can overcome it. It says in James 1 verse 12, blessed is the man that endureth temptation, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. And who are those who love him? John 14:23 through 24. Jesus answered and said unto him, if a man love me, he will keep my words, and my Father will love him, and we will come unto him and make our abode with him. He that loveth me not, keepeth not my sayings, and the word which ye hear is not mine, but the Father which sent me. And also, if you even go back just a few verses back to verse 15, if ye love me, keep my commandments. So what I want you to do, take all those verses, now put them all together inside your head. 1 Corinthians 10:13, you can overcome all temptation. God has given you a way of escape so you can bear that temptation and overcome it. When we read in James 1 verse 12, that blessed is the man that endureth temptation and doesn't fall into it, for when he is tried, he shall receive the crown of life, eternal life in heaven, because he's overcome his sin. He resisted temptation. He resisted the devil. The devil has fled, and he has remained righteous and pure and did what was pleasing in God's sight. He receives the crown of life. And even says right after that, which the Lord hath promised to them that love him. God promises the crown of life, eternal life, to them that love him. And those who love him keep his commandments and keep his sayings and the things that he says. And those who don't love him don't do what he says. And just the opposite. If you don't love God, according to James 1:12, the opposite of it, you don't receive the crown of life. The Lord has promised it to them that love him. So the opposite is the Lord does not promise the crown of life to those who don't love him, to those who don't keep his commandments. I mean, what sin could you not stop? It's all your free choice. You'll choose to commit it. It's a free lie to steal or to lie or to look with lust or the rest of the sins. It's your choice. Just stop. Just cry out to God, ask for forgiveness, and forsake your sin. Leave it behind. Just stop. Live a life that's pleasing to God. It's what he commands you to do, and you won't receive a crown of life unless you're willing to overcome temptation and keep his commandments and love him. Examine these scriptures. Think on it.